Every time we open Blender, this splash screen always shows up. We can just click around it to close it. And we can get it back by clicking the Blender icon here and selecting splash screen. However, if we don't use it anymore, we'd better get rid of it. So the next time when we open Blender, it won't pop up anymore. Here's how. Go to Preferences. Edit. Preferences. Interface. Uncheck the splash screen. And because here we have checked the automatic save option. So we just close this preference screen and it's done. If you feel that the text or elements on the user interface are too small, you can easily scale it up in Blender. Here's how. Go to Preferences. Edit. Preferences. Interface. Then change the resolution scale as you like. If you want to be a bit more comfortable on the eyes, in Blender we can easily set the background color and grid line color in just a few clicks. Here's how. Go to Preferences. Edit. Preferences. Themes. Click to expand 3D viewport. Then scroll down. Click to expand the theme space. Scroll down. Click to expand the gradient colors. Change the background type to single color. Click to change the color of gradient heights to a darker black. Then scroll up. Click to change the grid color to darker black as well. Just enough to see. Yes, just like that. Now it looks much more comfortable on the eyes. When we select any object in Blender, it has a yellow highlight around it. And it becomes what Blender calls an active object. That's something everyone knows, but the problem is when we select multiple objects at the same time. It is difficult to distinguish which object is the active object because the highlight colors are very close. So let's change the highlight color of the active object to something else. Here's how. Go to Preferences. Edit. Preferences. Themes. 3D viewport. Then click the active object color bar and change it to any color you like. Now we can easily distinguish what is the active object. Super cool. By default, Blender always rotates around the viewport center. If you want to rotate around the selected object, here's how. Edit. Preferences. Navigation. Check orbit around selection. And for better viewport navigation, also check depth and zoom to mouse position. Now you can rotate around the selected object and also zoom to the mouse pointer. Awesome! Believe it or not, Blender does a great job with the GPU, but it doesn't automatically select the GPU for us. In order to use the GPU in Blender, you have to select it yourself, and you have to do it first when starting Blender for the first time. Here's how. Edit. Preferences. System. Then click on the tab where your GPU is located. Check it, and you're done. Now, you can easily select your GPU in the render properties. Blender is like any other program we are familiar with. It can be undo by pressing Ctrl+Z. But you may not know that the default number of undo that Blender gives us is only 32. If you feel that this is not enough for you, you can increase the amount. Here's how. Edit. Preference. System. You can change it here. The maximum number seems to be 256. And that's all.